This is the Southern Cross Challenge. We are in the second semi-finals. We are at game 3 of the best of 3. So the winner of this game will progress through to the finals up against Death. I think from memory, it's been so long since we played those games. I have a very short attention span, as obviously you can see. Up in the top left corner here we have dtay spawning as the purple Protoss player, and in the bottom right we have Refallen as the green Protoss player. PvP. We had dtay take the last game. Very well played. He expanded and Refallen went for a quick robo, got Immortals out, did a push, didn't do enough damage there. Basically 2 base against 1, tried to get his second base up, but took a good time push there, took out his army, won the game. So well done there by dtay. Doing a different build. I mean, don't really see I don't see fast expand that much in PvP. Usually it's get the robo up first, get some Immortals, then expand. But hey, I guess I don't play Protoss, so sue me if I don't know the matchup that well. Jungle Basin's the map. Refallen got to pick it. I am reading that he loves this map for some reason. I don't know why. It is a horrible map. I hate this map so much, but he must love it for some reason. PvP though, you can't really get any advantage from it. You might like it because this base, this expansion behind here is quite safe. You might want to be going for a fast expand build, and then maybe use the force fields to finish ramp. I could see that happening, but hey, we'll have to wait and see what he does. We'll have to wait for the Cybernetics core to finish before we can really see tech paths. Gateway going down here, obviously pretty normal with the Simulator. Should see the same thing up here. Simulator slightly later here from dtay, but won't make a difference. Refallen doing a bit of poking here, trying to do damage to these probes, or at least stopping them from mining. Small little advantages like that get you slightly ahead, but really, one mistake's all you need. It's trying to kill this pylon here. I don't know if I like that from dtay. Like, yeah, you can just attack a pylon, go back to your base, and just kind of keep an eye on it. But sort of being able to micro around and harass probes forces your opponent to react. If you're attacking a probe, they have to do something about it, or they lose harvesters. Losing harvesters this early is huge. You're not going to kill a pylon. Cybernetics core's going down now. In fact, only one of them. dtay has not put his down yet, so he's slightly behind as far as tech goes. And there it is. So it's opening production up, so you can see it's slightly behind now. But honestly, it's not going to be that big a difference. By the time he gets to his opponent's base, he's going to have lost any time he had there. Just waiting for that, the Zealot will come out and going to try and kill this probe. If it does, then we might be able to see some tech pass, possibly fast expand, possibly robo play. dtay did do warp gates, like pure warp gates in the first game, didn't quite work for him, but we'll have to wait and see. And Refallen saying his Zealot's not coming out fast enough, trying to save that pylon, but that pylon got quite low. Wasn't going to kill it though, really, unless you didn't build that Zealot and went for a Stalker. Could have chrono boosted it out if he was worried. Anyway. Moving on, second gateway going down up here, pretty normal. He has supply capped himself though, so dtay's just chrono boosting a Stalker, but supply blocking himself, so he can't actually build that Stalker. He only just started the pylon, so a bit of a blunder there. That's going to stop him from building this this second next probe he wants to build as well. So he's going to fall slightly behind from that. So something so small as a supply block will put you pretty far behind. We see a probe coming down here looking to expand or check for stuff. I don't quite know. I have to keep an eye on that. Maybe he just wants to harvest from these minerals. We'll have to wait and see. Not much else going on. What's this building? We have a robotics facility going down. So obviously he likes his 3-gate robo. It's a good build, and it has, I'm pretty sure it has been scouted. Yep, he has seen that robo. So 3-gate robo, pretty standard as far as Refallen loves doing this build, to be honest with you. Like, he's done it all 3 games so far. First game it worked well. Last game it didn't, because he failed pretty hard at microing, dare I say. He didn't kill that Immortal, he could have done that. But hey, Nexus going up from dtay, so we're seeing the same build we did last game, but dare I say, but from dtay's perspective, this is going to be a bit of an advantage for him. Obviously because he can hold this one ramp, and obviously you can save both expansions from that, whereas on Zelda Caverns it's wide open, he can attack from many directions, and yeah, come down here. Is he going to, Refallen going to go for expansion as well? Quite possibly. He's almost at 400 minerals, in fact I'm going to say he is. There it is, so both expanding. Refallen just going for his robo a bit quicker. In fact, we don't see a robo coming up yet from dtay, so we'll just keep an eye on that. Maybe he will go for one a bit later, but it means that there's going to be an observer out from Refallen, a few models more, but then again, the expansion from dtay will be up a little bit longer. See a small push here coming from dtay, not really going to do much damage, but pushing around. One thing to keep in mind with this map as well, is it's similar to the Delta Quadrant in that you can sort of build a pylon here and warp into your opponent's natural, as we see a few Stalkers have a poke just to check to make sure it's got units. But you can build pylons here and warp units over here, and you can attack from 2 directions, up the ramp and across the back here. And we do see a pylon coming down here. I like to set a pylon here so you can check for this pylon and the rocks at the same time. Still, something to keep in mind when you're playing Protoss on this map. Maybe that's why Refallen picked this map, for that one reason. But obviously he's got a group of units out here. It's kind of hard to build a pylon here when units are here. Still, checking tech, robotics facility finally almost finished from dtay. Just to give you an idea of how far behind that robotics facility is. This warp prism is almost out. I was going to say immortal, trying to be smart before I clicked it, but there you go. Warp prism coming out from Refallen. So we're going to try a bit of crazy stuff here, maybe a drop. Maybe we'll have to wait and see. He's got 3 zealots. He tried this last game. Problem was that it got killed with the zealots in it, and that put him quite far behind. Obviously, having to build a warp prism and those zealots as well. But this game, I hope is going to be a bit smarter with it. Is it going to get scouted? In fact, it probably will get scouted. There is this tower getting taken. He does see the warp prism come in, and he's going to cut this off as well. This could be huge if he kills this. He's found it. He's going to kill it. Oh, so close. And he doesn't quite get it. He gets it out of there, but that drop has been completely shut down. Very low health. He's not going to be able to run that in there, and his opponent is aware that he's gotten a warp prism. So that immortal he could have gotten with that money has just been sacrificed. Like, I mean, that's not going to do anything now, really. He's just going to keep units around. Dare I say, he should keep units around. This observer's getting killed as well, so dtay playing very well in this game could be a small advantage for him, forcing it. I mean, this warp prism's useless. Obviously, he's just having a bit of scout, making sure he's not going anywhere. In fact, run into it. He's got full shield, so it could take a hit or two. We do see more pylons coming down here. He has supply cap himself. He's getting a second robo. Is he going for any tech? We do see a robotics base. So going, alright, let's just go Colossus. You know, it's going to eventually get to Colossus v Colossus, but might as well get it there as quick as possible. They are a very strong unit. And here we get a small push coming in here. 6 stalkers, 2 sentries, and an observer. That is good. The observer will allow you to see up that ramp. There is only 3 sentries, 3 stalkers, and a couple of zealots here. Zealots aren't that great in this situation because you want to force field your opponent in. If he's got an observer, he's not going to come up that ramp. He's just going to look up it. You see a pylon back here as well. Might be looking to go a bit back. He cannot walk past that edge though, so a bit crazy. Here is his observer. Obviously, there's no observer in his base, so he can see his own. He's going to get the immortal instead. I hope a Colossus instead. Sorry, he's waiting for the Colossus. He's not getting range yet. Just sort of playing a bit of chicken there, just staying outside of each other's base. In fact, this pylon's going to get scouted as well from this warp prism. Is he going to try and open up and warp stuff in on top of it? No. In fact, he has seen his warp prism as well. So both players seeing each other's sort of tricky thing. Here comes the warp prism. Warp in a couple of zealots and kill that. Then those zealots can jump in the warp prism, go back to their base. Or he can just leave it warping there so his opponent can kill it with stalkers. Either way, we'll have to wait and see. Just keep an eye on the minimap, making sure nothing else happens. 1 zealot coming in there, and there we go. Actually, quite funny. I was watching a game the other day, and the player used the warp prism, and before the units are warped in, he moved the warp prism, and the units died. Quite interesting. 3 zealots being warped in to chase off this zealot. Not much else really going on, but both players just macroing up. Have we got Robo Bay going down? Yeah, we have Robo Bay and we have 2 Robo facilities. So both players sort of going for heavy Colossus builds this game. 2 Colossus coming out here. Starting not. Okay. So, I don't know, this is going to be a bit of cat and mouse here. This 1 zealot trying to kill a pylon, this 3 zealots trying to kill a zealot. In fact, he might actually get it here. Not paying attention for that amount of time and gets it killed. There you go. We have moving forward here. Warp Prism was killed by these stalkers. Sorry I didn't quite catch that, but there you go. Colossus range almost done for dtay, but only just starting from Refallen, so could be a decent time there where dtay's Colossus will outrange. Let's have a look at Colossus counts really quickly because let's face it, it's what really matters. Refallen has 2, dtay has 1, so there you go, quick Colossus count, and we have a push here. Actually, this is really bad positioning. Colossus right next to units, they can get target fired quite quickly here. Not getting target fired though. Ooh, small error. Now it's just going to be basically 2 Colossus. I don't like this positioning of Colossus. They can get picked off quite easily by the stalkers. And 1 Colossus barely survives. He's going to chase after it. That's what you can do with Colossus, make units chase. And there you go, Refallen takes this battle. He does have 3 Colossus left. And there is 1 running away now that will probably get back to base. Obviously, they can catch up, but he can just run down a cliff and make it go the long way around. 3rd base here from dtay. If that doesn't get scouted, that could win in the game, provided he can hold this push. This push could do a bit of damage. Obviously, Colossus can set up cliffs. There's 2 more Colossus, so 3 Colossus against 3 Colossus. He shouldn't do any damage with this at all. Obviously, you can see he's going to kill Pylon, and there's a fight going on there, but now he has to pull away. He does not have that fight at all. and he's not pulling away, unfortunately. Shields right now, something to keep in mind with force fields, Colossus can walk through them. Obviously, you guys are awesome, you know that, but some players might not know that. So sentries start to become less useful as the game goes on now. 3 units here, 4 Refallen, that's always a small little bonus, always like that. But this base here, once that starts getting up and running, it's going to be not good. Although, Refallen taking the more defendable middle base. I like this a lot better than this side one because it, obviously you have to pretty much go through here to get to your opponent's main and natural. So holding this is great. He's going for gateway, forge, gateway, gateway. So getting a lot of buildings. Let's check production real quick. In fact, let's check income real quick. dtay has a small harvester lead right now, 13 ahead, but checking production, he's just getting so much stuff right now. Getting another observer out so he can scout. And we do see a push here coming from dtay, seeing this expansion, wants to get it down. Very poor positioning of these gateways. Fortune gateway blocking off his own army. So 3 kills there for dtay. Although this small funnel might work well for him. Oh, force field's going down. The bosses can walk over. Then War of the Worlds going along here. People just it's like a giant laser beam shooting stuff. One of the Colossus from Refallen goes down from focus fire. This forge might get killed as well. No, it doesn't. So basically just an army trade there. 5 Colossus up from dtay and still 4 from Refallen. So Refallen's slightly behind. This one here is on about half health. Just checking the unit count. Really set 5 against 5 Colossus. dtay has 4 Stalkers against 1 for Refallen, and he also has a Zealot advantage of 4 to 1. So dtay's army slightly ahead. He is looking like he's going to take this middle expansion as well. I don't think Refallen knows he has his base. In fact, he does now. He's trying to do a bit of a sneaky one behind here, warping in some Zealots, and he's pushing the front here. Bit of an army. I don't know if this is going to work out for Refallen. 2 Stalkers go down. By Stalkers, I completely mean Colossus. He's down to 1 Colossus now against 5. He's going to lose this entire expansion, and he's going to be very, very far behind unless those Zealots are going to do damage. Let's check over there real quick. Not doing that much damage. There are Zealots there to defend it. So Refallen could get knocked out here. If he loses his base, he is going to be down 2 bases to 3. And obviously this Colossus count is starting to get quite high. There are 6 there. And Refallen did lose all of his. This could be GG. Colossus obviously being probably the strongest unit in this matchup. Once you get Colossus, really nothing counters it besides getting more Colossus. And we do see 2 Colossus here. 2 Colossus loses to 6 Colossus, surprisingly. I can do a little bit of math on that. And dtay playing it smart, knowing he's got a base advantage. In fact, he probably wants to come back here and save this, because in fact he did warp in some Stalkers and did do a bit of damage here. He can cut this off here. Oh, beautiful cut off. Shields would be nice. Or did he stop doing sentries? Doesn't matter. He has enough Colossus to just wipe the floor with that. That pylon's going to go down. That probe obviously not getting hit somehow. Magical probe. And honestly, this Colossus count's just getting insane. dtay in a commanding position right now. Obviously lost a few drones here, but he has that base up. Refallen cannot get a base because this is what he wanted. And the one on the other side, I mean, obviously his opponent can check for it. Zealot here coming around, trying to do a bit of sneaky stuff, but not really going to have any of it. These Stalkers are going to walk in here and potentially win the game. 4 Colossus up against, is that 9 Colossus I can see? Wow, there are 9 Colossus from dtay on the field, and GG. So, Refallen wishing him luck in the finals. Well played by dtay, just going for more Colossus. And hey, dtay progresses to the finals, and we should be able to cast that soon, so stay tuned.